Why would I want to commit a crime against humanity when I'm related to all these people, whether they be black or white, Chinese or German? And I realized that, and then I asked myself, why does the New World Order revel? They know the mercury's damaging the genetic code. They know the GMO is attacking and actually mutating the human species. They know they're attacking the earth. And then they give us fake environmentalism when we rebel against that and then use it to control us more. They know they are killing things. Now we've talked about the positive side, the enemy. They understand this system, but the controllers, the shadow behind the throne, the power behind the throne, they have made the conscious decision to revel in darkness and destruction. Why?
Well, let's just go one point, which kind of relates to this, but relates to what you just said. Take consciousness to be the most brilliant computer programmer in the world. And he's sitting at his desk in front of a computer, symbolic of the body, shall we say, and he's trying to get his genius through that computer into the reality on the screen, this world. If that computer is destabilized, if it's not working, if it's got viruses, if it's not decoding properly, if it's got various things wrong with it, if it's electrically imbalanced and its decoding system is distorted, I don't care if that guy in that chair, symbolic of our true self, our true consciousness, is the best computer programmer has ever lived. He's not going to pass that genius through that computer. So this conspiracy, Alex, is about attacking the vehicle, the decoding system, to make sure that it is inefficient and imbalanced and doesn't operate to the true efficiency and magnitude that it possibly could.
I've got to add something. It's so incredible what you're saying.
That's the true reason for the microchip, Alex.
Well,
in a computer, the central processing unit, the CPU, that filters all the information traffic, is a microchip. The reason they're talking now about having human computer,
it's an electrochemical computer.
Yeah, because they're talking now about connecting the human brain to a computer, and you can work the computer through your thoughts, is because they're connecting two computers, one more sophisticated by stunning margin than the other, but that's what they're doing. So the idea is to attack the vehicle, the computer, on every level they can. That includes programming it through words and repetition of lies, like Bin Laden was behind 9/11 and all this stuff. And eventually, repetition is a wonderful mind manipulation technique and programming technique, and the computer then starts reading reality to fit the programming. Once you introduce consciousness, those programs start to break down, and that's when people start to wake up.
No, I was just going to agree with you, and that's why when you study eugenics, publicly they say it's about making the race better and getting rid of the bad, but real eugenics at the PhD level, they say, no, we've got to mutate and dumb down the mass of people so we in the future, and this is 100 years ago, all the top eugenicists, and we put it in the film Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, all the proof. There's a bibliography up at whatistheendgame.com. They say we really want to wreck humanity so we can greedily control it for ourselves because they'd rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. I mean,
exactly. And so when you look at the body computer on one level, it is an electrochemical organism. What are they bombarding us, not least our kids, with? Chemical cocktails called soft drinks and food, electromagnetic and microwave attacks and pollution, which we're living in. And if you want to affect every fish in one go, what do? You affect the sea. Then you've done it. And they're affecting this energy field that we're living in the lower levels around the Earth, which we can operate in as humans in this world. And they are infiltrating it with all this electromagnetic pollution, which is designed to disrupt the ability of the computer to access higher consciousness.
Let me throw a point out.
Electrochemically destabilized. That's what it's all about.
Let me throw a point out. When you go out to southern Utah and Monument Valley, and there's nobody around, you can be in your tent. It's not just the beautiful vistas that, raise the soul, as people say, or make the soul soar. It is that you are not around all the electrochemical pollution. You are outside of that, and you're also outside the pollution. And they've proven this. There's like wavelengths coming off the mind. They broadcast all the programmed brains that are broadcasting the evil. You're also away from those, and it's the incredible peace of being out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. The computer talks, consciousness knows. That's why when you go into the silence and you quieten your mind, you can get incredible insights that you can't when the mind chatter's going. Because the computer mind chatter never bloody stops. Everyone listening to this show will understand what I mean, where the mind never shuts down. It's always talking. It's always trying to work things out. It's always trying to create dramas or reacting to dramas and all the rest of it. Then when you go into a state, some people call it meditation. I don't meditate. I daydream, which I guess is a form of meditation, but I don't sit cross-legged, not least because I've got arthritis and I can't. But I don't sit cross-legged and meditate, although, good luck to those who do. But I let consciousness in by shutting the chatter down, and what's happening? You remember that mass mind control manual that came to like silent weapons for a quiet war.
Colonel Alexander.
There was a line in that which encapsulates what we're saying here. It said, keep them busy, busy, busy back on the farm with their other animals. They're trying to keep our minds occupied constantly because the mind chatter is occupied by that level of entertainment that we get on the television or what passes for it, the news, the television's never on, off, the radio's on, all the time, mind chatter, and that holds us in body consciousness reality because it's dealing with words, which is a body consciousness decoding.
Okay, David, I want to ask you advice about myself personally, because I really respect you in this area, in the behind-the-scenes internet-only discussion at prisonplanet.tv and the InfoWars exclusive streams right now. For everybody else, we'll be right back. All right. The time's almost up with David Icke. I might be able to twist his arm for 10 minutes more into overdrive today, but I doubt it. There's so much he wants to talk about. I want to know about why the elite, who are aware of all of this, like to get into the darkness and why they revel in that and some of the rituals they do. I mean, now Macy's has come out with 666 Knights of Hell Bohemian Grove wear. It says Bohemian Grove on it. It's using official Bohemian Grove logos. Macy's nationwide. It's up on Infowars.com. I want to get into that and then anything else you want to cover, David, and then take a few phone calls at 1-800-259-9231. But everything you say makes all these other ideas and thoughts I've already had, but at a deeper level, start exploding. So that's why I'm jumping in. But I want you to have a chance to really run. So I'm just going to literally turn my mic off and step back. We're going to skip this next break for the internet. For everybody else, we'll be right back. And just, you've got the floor. Run with it.
Well, first of all, in terms of where we're going with this, we need to get a blank sheet of paper. And I'm not talking as some guru who's on a mountain and telling you how to do it. I'm telling you what happened to me over the last 20 years. And and it's a simple thing, Alex, but my goodness me, is it powerful in how it pans out and plays out in changes in your life and everything. Once you look in the mirror and you identify what you are looking at with the vehicle that's allowing you to experience this frequency range we call the world, and you move your sense of identity to I am infinite consciousness, I am all that is, has been, and ever will be. Not that time exists outside of this reality. It's another figment of our manipulated imagination and programming. Once you move your sense of identity out to that level of self, everything changes. I mean, fearful of what some government's going to do, fearful of the consequences of taking action in pursuit of freedom. I mean, that level of consciousness, which is a level of love, which is beyond our comprehension. It's not I love you, darling, saw you down the disco. That level of love is an attraction. Actually, it can be manipulated chemically if you stimulate certain chemicals in the brain. That's attraction. I was in a half kind of waking up the other day, and going around my head was this statement: love is not what you are in, I'm in love with you. Love is what you are.